Welcome back, LTB gang. I'm Scott Argenbright.
And I'm Eric Toohey.
Today we got another one coming at you. It's when to walk
and when to pop. We're gonna ring that dinner bell and serve them up some fresh topwater action this evening.
So we just pulled up, guys, to the juice, and these fish, you've all been there, these fish are blowing up on bait, they're chasing bait. That is the perfect time to bust out that walking bait. Right here we got the Senchi Uwara, and we're gonna cast that out right where those fish busted, and we're gonna walk that bait back to the boat. We're gonna go left, right, popping that slack line, getting it moving both different directions, and just waiting on that strike. The setup that we want to use for this topwater bait and a treble hook bait is a medium action rod. If you've got a medium moderate, that's going to be even better. We also want to have braided line, so 40 to 50 pound. I mean, you could get away with like a 30. The main reason that you want braid is you're bombing that bait all the way out there. If you get a bite on the end of that cast, you want to be able to pick up your line and set the hook. With mono, you're gonna have a lot of stretch in that line, and on the end of the cast, it's very hard to get a good hook in that fish. The other problem with mono is when you hook into that fish, you have the chance of breaking them off. Braid, there's no stretch, you're not gonna break them off. Fish isn't gonna have a permanent, lip piercing from your mono, you're throwing mono. So that's the setup that you need. On top of it, maybe those fish are a little bit finicky. You can also throw that bait out and walk it very slowly back to the boat. Give it a few pauses, let those fish see the bait, react to it, and you're gonna catch more fish if they're a little bit finicky.
All right, we're gonna keep chugging along, and we are gonna talk about when to pop. So the popper is a bait that is something you should always have close at hand when you're working topwater. A lot of times I'm looking for structure. It could be down tree, it could be a lay down, docks, lily pads. You might have tall grass, mat grass that comes all the way to the surface and even folds over. We're casting this into very precise locations. We want it as close to the cover as we can. Little open holes, little hidey holes as I've referred to it, little spots where these bass are gonna be able to ambush and hide in. As we make that cast, we're gonna give it a little bit of a pop, a chug if you would. And we do that by creating a little bit of line tension with the rod and a little bit of a downward pop with the rod tip. And when we do this, we want to be conscious of a good intermittent pause. We don't want to work this bait too fast, if you would. So as we chug it, give it a pause. This is going to actually have a little bit of hang time. It's just that tail is going to hang down a little bit. We added that Lucky Tackle Box extra to it, so a little extra flash and flare that's going to entice even more so the bigger fish to come up and snag this. So we are going to show you guys how to pop. We have a little bit of lily pads in our area here, and all I'm doing is just looking for a little chunk that's open. Let the bait land, pop, pop, let it sit. You can let it sit and soak for a little while even. work these areas really well, sometimes even a secondary cast into that location. I'm gonna be running this popper specifically on a spinning rod. You're gonna be able to take that 30-pound braided line, that's the Lucky Tackle Box Extra, spool that up, throw a little backing on, guys, with that braided line no matter what. I am running this on a 6/8. It's a medium action with a little bit extra faster action tip, if you would, so just a little bit more supple in the rod tip there. I'm running it on braid as well. When you're fishing heavy cover like pads, even around a dock or wood, you gotta pin them. You gotta keep them pinned. You need that direct connection. If you do have the heavy weeds, the braid is more likely to cut through the weeds, if you would, but we're able to hoss these fish out. We gotta get them pulled away from that cover. Once you do, then it's game on. Fight them into the boat and enjoy those topwater eats.
Now that we've got you guys walking and popping, it's your turn to get out there and slay, right?
Absolutely, guys. Do not forget, pop that subscribe button. If you have any questions, definitely comment below. We'd be glad to answer them the best that we can. And we will see you guys on the water next time.